Ik ben heel vereerd dat ik zo'n fantastische band mag interviewen. Band of Skulls, welcome in Belgium. I think this is your first time at Feest in het Park, right?
Yeah, it's our first time here, but the sun's out and it's going to be good.
It's going to be good, I'm sure of that, but it's not your first time in Belgium. Do you have any particular memories about Belgium? No?
We have lots of memories about Belgium. I remember our first show we ever played here. We played at the Botanique.
Okay, that's a very nice venue.
Yes, yeah, and we played there, and it was our first time ever playing in Belgium, and we finished playing our set, and we went off afterwards, and we didn't realize that people wanted us to come back and do another song. And I think by the time the information had got to us about doing another song, we got back to the stage and everybody had left.
Really? Wow, that's sad. So what were they shouting then? You remember that?
It was just the dressing room was very far away from the venue. So by the time we got back to the stage, everyone had thought we'd finished and it was empty. So we just played a song for like 2 people.
That's a funny story, but if people start yelling to that tonight, don't go too far, then you can do like an encore.
It seems pretty close, so I think we'll be all right.
Okay. You're playing just before Deus. Have you guys ever heard of it, of the band?
We have, yeah. I think we played a festival with them before. They seem really popular here, so...
Yeah, they're one of our export products, so... but I don't know if they're very famous in the UK. I don't think so, but...
Yeah. A lot of my friends were excited that they were...
Okay, that's cool. So Nightmares, one of your songs on the latest album, Himalayan, is about omniphobia, fear of everything.
Yeah, even encores. It's encore phobia, it's a fear of encores.
But what is your biggest fear?
Everything.
Everything. Mine is growing old.
Oh, that's a terrible thing. That's inevitable. I don't know really, but the world is meant to be a terrifying place, isn't it? You can actually get phobic of everything if you give yourself watch the news or whatever. You know, people are just full of scary things all the time. So, I guess it's that feeling of everyone piling more and more fear onto you to control you. You know.
Okay.
So.
Is there anything in particular that you have big fear of?
Not really, no.
Okay. Good for you then.
You never tell what you're afraid of because someone will, throw it on stage, whatever it is, whatever that terrible thing is. I'm afraid of I don't know, paper money. Okay. Yeah.
I'm afraid of paper money. You also sing like, if I die tomorrow, would you be upset? Is that a thing that that goes through your mind a lot? Like, the Band of Skulls has this carpe diem kind of attitude?
Don't ask me, I'm the drummer.
That's an easy one. I guess at that point we must have, yeah. That was our last record. We're much happier nowadays. Our next record's going to be a bit more happy, I think. Yeah, okay. We're happier now.
Okay, you're happier now. How come?
Because we didn't die, and our fears were all misguided.
Emma, you're a big fan of painter Francis Bacon. You're an artist yourself, and Francis Bacon, if I'm right, he paints the inside of people. Is that what you do with your music? Like, describe what's inside you?
It can be very abstract like that, yeah, I guess, yeah.
What do you like so much about Francis Bacon?
He paints the more animalistic side of people, which I think is brilliant.
Okay. Can we hear that in Band of Skulls?
Always.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Good. One of your major influences was Nirvana, and not a typical record like Bleach or In Utero, but it was the MTV Unplugged one. Why?
Because we were younger, and that was the first thing we saw of them. We just got like MTV. I think Matt had MTV at his house. We'd all pile around to his house and watch MTV and eat his food and hang out at his house. And yeah, that's one of the first things that was on repeat. When there wasn't many videos or whatever, they were always playing. But I guess Kurt died then, so it was like a tribute. So we watched that, and yeah, of course, it was awesome. A lot of the songs, I think, they were easier to learn. So it was a way for us to learn the songs because it was acoustic guitars and
only 3 chords with Nirvana.
Oh yeah, but those arrangements are really nice,
But good chords.
Yeah, so they're great songs though. So yeah, we learned how to play Nirvana songs the acoustic way first and learned it backwards.
Okay. Have you guys seen Montage of Heck? The documentary about Nirvana and about Kurt Cobain?
I haven't yet, no.
You should do that. It's very cool. You haven't seen it? No. Dave Grohl's not in it for you as a drummer, so.
He's in everything else.
He's in everything else, that's true. Russell, I heard that you have this kind of collector's disease, like you like to collect guitars, especially golden guitars.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I've also put that under control now, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I'm over that too.
What's the latest guitar that you bought?
Well, it was last year in America, and it was an old one, and it was black. Okay. So it was small as well. Okay. So I think I'm over it. I think I'm better.
How many guitars do you have?
Well, too many. Enough to have the problem in your thing here.
I don't know. I really wonder.
A lot.
Okay.
But like, you know, I like them, and it's my job, you know, I'm a guitar player, so
Okay.
it's like, I don't know, microphones. You can't have too many.
And what about you? Are you obsessed with basses? Do you like collect them, or you have like one favorite bass that you always take with you?
I was sorting out my stuff the other day actually, and I've got a lot of guitars that I hadn't realised I'd got. So yeah, I've got a lot of acoustic guitars actually.
Really?
I found a guitar that I bought for my 18th birthday, which I haven't played for a while, and I got that out and had a go on it. It was brilliant, yeah.
And did you take it on tour now?
No, I'll probably keep that one at home.
Okay. And how does it sound after all these years? After the 5 years?
It's a bit rusty, yeah. But it sounds good though. It sounds good.
Okay, that's cool. So, but you don't have like this addiction to special gear every time you pass a guitar store. You're like, oh, I want to buy a new bass. No, I don't know what it's like with women and gear.
Maybe not gear so much, but music. I love music, so I've got a lot of music at home. Okay. I worked in a music shop once, and I spent a lot of my wages on buying a lot of CDs. So, okay. And I've got a bit of vinyl. So yeah, that's.
What's your favorite band like in this moment? What are you listening to right now?
Right now,
some new stuff or old stuff, or
it's usually older stuff actually.
Yeah.
Right now, I'll tell you. No, I've been listening to Tune Yards actually. Their record's really good.
And you? What about you?
Some friends of mine called the Portico Quartet released a record recently where they had a few guest singers and things on. Joe Newman from Alt J was singing on Portico's record. That was really good. They released that just recently, so that's really good.
Okay. So you ever have discussions like what to put on in the tour bus or something? No?
No, silence in the tour bus.
Silence, really?
Yeah. There's no one can talk. The roadies can't talk. And they get fined on their wages if they speak. No, it's just natural, you know. If someone discovers something, we might talk about it and stuff.
Okay.
And yeah, but again, you know, give your ears a rest now and again. We'll be deaf by the time we're...
And you turn old and grey. Do you see yourself doing this until you drop dead on stage?
That was the last record. We're happier on this album.
That's true.
Yeah, I think you can. Yeah, you definitely can nowadays. I think, you know, yeah, that's all we can do, you know, so...
All you can do? You don't have a plan B?
No, because if you have someone told us when we were younger, if you have a plan B, you'll take it, you know, so that's why we didn't have one.
No, but that's the best advice they could give. There's never a plan B.
Well, I think, you know, you can make it work for you, and we've been going for a long time now, so as long as we keep at this level at least, it's not about... We love it, so it's you know, we're happy.
You have a plan B. You can be a famous artist.
No, it's the music.
Not into painting?
No, I love painting, but the band's the thing.
It's more that it's a hobby then.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, I hope there won't be silence tonight on stage. I hope you will kick some ass, and I'm sure you will. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Brussel.